Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's the 36 Gems of Funk, your #1 funk hero, and today I got Kaiju number 8, chapter 34 and 35 to discuss. Now, before I start, I'd like to say, can you hit a like, subscribe if you're a first time viewer, and comment down below and tell me what you thought of the chapter, tell me what you thought of this video. Do you like this blazer or not? I want to hear your guys' comments down below, so don't be afraid, guys. Now, chapter 34. Let's just talk about that to begin with. I mean, we see Ao Kagura, who's the black guy. The picture should start popping up on screen now. We have Haruchi Izuma. I'm probably butchering these names, but what can I do? I'm trying. And Ihura Furuhashi. Now these guys are all members of the 3rd Division, and they're talking about Kafka being Kaiju number 8. Well, let's just say they're in disbelief. They're discussing it, but they get called into Captain Mina's office, and Captain Mina, she calls them in to let them know that they're all being transferred. They're all being transferred to different divisions now. Now they're all shocked, obviously, and it's Ihura who asks why this is happening, and Mina does say it's because of the recent Dai Kaiju activity. I mean, Kafka, humanoid kaiju, they've had 3 humanoid kaiju spottings in the past, two to 6 months of the story, and the top brass know that this is only the beginning, that more are going to come in the future. So what they're doing now, because the Tachikawa base has been destroyed from the last kaiju raid, they're shifting all their top talent, is what Mina says, their top recruits, they're sending them to other divisions to get trained, because a war is coming, guys. A war is coming, and I don't know how this is going to play out. How many more humanoid kaijus are we going to see coming up? You guys tell me down below what you think. But we do see Leno there, because Leno's in the office as well, and of course he's one of the top recruits himself, and he's on board with what Captain Mina says, because he needs to get stronger, and he's counting on Kafka to make his way out, basically. Now Leno doesn't say this specifically, but we can see his inner thoughts and his inner feelings on the situation as a whole. But to be fair, the only one who is against it is Ihura, and he does come around once the other two start to voice that they're okay with this transfer, if it means that they can have a chance to become stronger and grow. Now, this part in chapter 34, I don't know what to say, because I know what to say, because we see Kikoru, and she's talking to her father, the head of the defense force, and she's asking him to give Kafka a lenient sentence because of his actions and the fact that he did help save her life. Now her father dismisses this, and he tells her, I've already seen the report from Mina, and he hands her this x-ray, and the x-ray, it shows Kafka's heart, or what used to be his heart. What he's saying basically is Kafka is not human. The x-ray proves it, that he no longer has a heart. He has a core like any other kaiju. It's just he's able to shape his to look like a heart in the x-ray. But the point is, the general is not having it, and he's not listening to his daughter, and I don't blame him. I don't see why he would listen to her based on their relationship that's been shown to us so far. He's not a very listening and understanding person, and we're going to see that coming up in a minute. Now her father mentions something now, guys, and he mentions that their mother, his wife, was killed by a kaiju, and they don't say what kaiju specifically, but it's pretty understandable how he feels towards kaijus and humanoid kaijus and any in that respect. But Kikoru does say, I still believe in Kafka, I believe in him, and I'm gonna believe in him. That's what she's saying. And you know, it's manga, you're always gonna have the people like, no matter what, I'm still gonna believe in you. And I mean, to be fair, it would be interesting if Kikoru did give up hope. I feel like that would be more beneficial to her character growth, for me personally. I mean, you guys comment below and tell me what you think. But now we see my boy Kafka Hashtag free Kafka. You guys comment down below and tell me how you feel this chapter's gonna play out, and how the story's gonna play out based on chapters 34 and 35. But Kafka is still in his cell, guys, and he's just contemplating. He is contemplating what Mina said, that they're gonna prove that he's human, and so he can escape disposal. And Kafka's just kind of meditating on it and thinking, I'll prove that I'm human. I will get back to see you guys and see everyone. Yo, this shot that comes up next, yo, is fucking. You know this guy is a boss when you see a panel like this come up on the screen, and I hope I don't get, you know, stricken, but this is a great chapter, and this shot right now just tells you, like, this guy isn't gonna fucking listen to you, Kafka. He's not gonna listen, because the general comes in and he's got 9 guards with him, 9 of these like black ops type bodyguards. Now, based on this guy's ranking, like, these guys probably won't help in any way whatsoever, but it's just the authority that he controls, so obviously he would have people like that escorting him. But who knows, maybe these individuals are actually top ranking soldiers themselves, or like in league with like captain level or lieutenant level fighters. But Kafka sees this, he sees him, and he realizes who this is. He realizes this is, you know, General Shinomaya, the general director of the defense force, Hikaru's father, and immediately Kafka, he tries to call out to the director to ask him to hear him out, but the director, before he can even let Kafka finish, he says to release the restraints. He says to release the restraints on Kafka, and obviously he tells them, have you forgotten who I am? I'm the general director, and this is a Kaiju class threat, so if he wanted to, he could break out at any time, release the restraints, because he does point out that Kafka is here of his own free will. So Kafka again tries to plead his case, but again, this shot, the director just pulls out a gun. He pulls out this Desert Eagle type handgun and just he blasts Kafka like 4 shots right at Kafka, and obviously Hikaru's there and she sees this. She shouts out to Kafka, but Kafka he partially transforms his arm to block the shots. And Kafka's surprised. He's asking the director, what's the meaning of this, sir? Like, he doesn't already know he's here for human disposal. And straight away, before Kafka even realizes, the director's already closed the distance between him, because there was a considerable distance, and in the time it took Kafka to block the shot and ask, the director's already closed the distance, and he's holding on to Kafka's ribs, and he then clenches his ribs, so it looks like he rips a bit of flesh, like causes Kafka to bleed a bit. And he squeezes, he literally then takes this bit of flesh he grabbed and squeezes the blood into a vial, and he tells Kafka, no one who can block bullets with their bare arms can ever be considered human. Kaiju number 8. And that's the end of chapter 34, guys. So Kafka's gonna have to fight. There's no way about it. You guys comment down below how you feel chapter 35 is gonna go. But now Kafka's just stood there, guys, and now this is chapter 35, so the battle begins. I'm not gonna try and lie, and I'm not gonna try and to pretend like, oh, what's gonna happen. The fight begins. The fight begins in this chapter 35. Kafka partially transforms in order to like heal his wound, in order to protect himself. And Kafka says, I'm not Kaiju number 8, I'm Kafka Hibino. Now again, the director, he's not paying attention. He's here for Kaiju disposal. So what he does, there's this case that was brought in with him, and it opens up, and it turns out he's got his own defense force suit and these super powered gauntlets. They look spectacular. Like the panels will be popping up on screen now as I speak, but you guys can see for yourself. You guys comment down below, but so far this is by far one of the dopest designs I've seen so far in the manga, because these gauntlets that he wears alongside his suit have these these super massive hydraulic presses. Like they look like arms that they look like weapons that should be on some sort of mech suit, to be honest. But the general tells Kafka, you can call yourself Kafka if you want, you can dine that form if you want, but he just says to Kafka, now commence, well, not to Kafka but in the room in general, to everyone, now commencing the disposal of Kaiju number 8. Oh no. Kafka thinks he's gonna not be able to transform and survive against this guy. No. And Kafka says, I won't fully transform, I'm gonna prove that I'm human. Big mistake, guys. And you just see an attack coming toward him. You see the shape of the hand, and again, before Kafka can even really react to it, this giant hand comes down towards him. He's able to dodge at the very last second, but it takes his arm off. And again, the panels are will be popping up on screen very briefly, but I mean the chapter's out there for you guys to read as well on Shonen Jump and other various platforms, because as you guys know, I can't show every page of every manga. Well, you guys know, if anyone watches YouTube, you guys will know. Anyway, back to it. And this attack leaves these giant claw marks in the ground, and while Kafka is able to move away, again with the general, he's not letting up. He just comes straight at Kafka with a nasty hook, and these gauntlets seem to generate some sort of energy or force just due to the sheer power of them. And he hits Kafka square in the ribs, or square in the side, and sends him flying. He sends Kafka flying through the wall. And again, this is why Kaiju number 8 is verging on some One Punch Man type fights, and it's only chapter 35. So imagine where this series is going to go in the future, guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe, and we can go on this journey together. Now, after that attack, Kafka did have to has partially transformed more in order to just keep up with him. Now, it does mention that in the past. Now, I like that they say in the past he was hailed as the strongest soldier the Defense Force has ever seen. Now, it says in the past, so that means there must be someone else who surpassed him, or at least on his level that it was in his prime, because he's an old man after all. But we have that classic anime trope of the old man being a super cool badass. See, now Kafka, he's like I said, he's partially transformed, and Kafka feels like he's going to be able to just keep dodging him in order to survive. But he notes that his body's reacting on his own, and he notes that it's the same feeling of when he fights the Kaijus, the other humanoid Kaijus. And he says it's the director, he's emitting the aura of a Kaiju. Now, is this like hyperbole, like he gives off the same killer intent that these Kaiju are putting out, or could it mean something more sinister? Because in chapter 34, the panel will pop up now. I mean, the director's eyes do go a bit weird when he's talking to Kikoru, so it'll pop up on screen now. So maybe the director, maybe he's a secret Kaiju, who knows at this point in the story. But you guys comment down below and tell me how you feel. Now, whilst all this is going on, we see the Defense Force Deputy Director, Keiji Itami, and he is talking to Kikoru, and he explains that The suit and the gauntlets that her father wears, it was created from the second ever humanoid kaiju to appear in Japan, and that appeared in 1972. Now I have a feeling it was this kaiju that led to the death of Kikoru's mother and the general's father and the general's wife. Now he also does mention Kaiji. He mentions that the suit was created from the remains of that kaiju, and Kikoru did mention that super powerful kaijus are turned into weapons. Now that means if kaiju number 2 was turned into these gauntlets, where's all the others up until now? I mean, bear in mind the last 3 kaijus we've seen are all still alive. The last 3 humanoid kaijus are all still kaijus are all still alive. So that just goes to show that we've got more to see in the future in terms of the heavy hitters in this series. I mean, you guys comment down below and tell me how you guys feel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because it really does help out the channel. See, now Kafka, he's still dodging his attacks. He's still dodging them. I rate him. I give him ratings for it. But he's still trying to dodge, and he feels like he managed to dodge. But again, the panel will come up on the screen now. The panel's coming up, and he says, I've got to dodge, but like 3 of his limbs have just been blown apart. He doesn't even have them anymore, and he's only just realized this now. This is how fast the general is. And like they said, in the past he was regarded as the strongest. So who is the strongest now? You guys tell me who you think. I want to hear your theories, because it's getting me hyped for more new characters to be introduced. And Kafka realizes, like, I'm fucked, because his legs are gone, and his left arm is missing. And General's still coming at him and hits him square in the chest where his core is. Now who knows what's gonna happen? Is he gonna, if not die, is he gonna be comatose? Is he gonna be unconscious? You guys comment down below and tell me what you think. But that is, I'm 36 Shames of Funk, and that's my double kaiju number 8 chapter review, chapters 34 and 35, guys. First time subscribers, I'd like to thank everyone for staying to the end of the video. Hit a comment down below if you have. Hit a comment down below if you're a first time subscriber. Make sure to drop a like. It really does help out the channel, guys. Now that's the end of the video. I'd like to say take care and God bless, guys. I'm 36 COF. Goodbye.